What is up, guys? Welcome to the next Q&A. I didn't get a ton of questions this week, so I'm just going to be replying to a lot of comments here. But I figured that'd be just as fun, you know? Okay, this is a different day, but I had a question by Den Pie, and he asked, what do you think of the new Epiphone classic line of Les Pauls? And I looked at their line, and they have so many great freaking Les Pauls out right now. But I think the classic line you're probably talking about is the inspired by Gibson line. And I think that's really cool that Epiphone is doing that now, because honestly, most people who buy Epiphones buy them because they want a cheaper version of a Gibson. And that's why I bought Epiphones back in the day. But there's so many freaking awesome Les Pauls out nowadays. The one that I find very interesting is the Prophecy series. It's basically Les Pauls and the Epiphone shapes, the Gibson shapes that are shred worthy, and they have 24 frets and they have Fishman Fluence pickups. I think that's really cool that they're doing something that different. They also have like this Les Paul Modern Figured, which looks like this. Hopefully you can see it without the crack and crap on it. That's a cool looking paint job they got. The Muse is really cool looking. I like this white one. This is very ghetto, I know, but I don't really have a screen capture program right now. But yeah, the Epiphone lineup is really good, I think, for this year. I really like that they have that Slash is doing Epiphone models as well. I remember back in the day, like the only reason to have like Les Pauls are cool, but Slash was such a huge influence on almost everybody I knew. Like even people who don't play guitar know who Slash is, and having a Slash signature guitar at such a low amount of money is just, that's going to get so many people into the door with guitar, because Slash is just so big. Like he's just such a big, like if I could go back in time and buy a cheap Slash guitar, I probably would, because like Slash was so big back when I started, and he's still pretty big nowadays. But yeah, like Epiphone is doing great stuff with the Les Paul lineup, and I'm really excited about what they have coming up. The first comment comes from Savage Wakoli, and he says on the PV Valveking video, this is a badass amp, and you can unplug the speaker and run the 412 cab. Super awesome clean. That's actually why I bought it. You can always add more overdrive, but it's hard to find an amp these days, especially for this cheap that has an awesome clean channel. If you only own one amp, this should be it. And I totally agree, that amp is freaking awesome. The Valveking, I was extremely surprised how good it sounded when I played it. And I was extremely surprised how tight it was as well for such a tube amp. It reminded me a lot, the tightness reminded me a lot of a Mesa Boogie, like the F100 I use mainly, but I was just so extremely happy with how it sounded. It has this kind of nice, spongy, distorted type of sound to it that really just feels good to play through. It definitely has that tasteful characteristic to it that I really like. I probably will borrow it from my friend again eventually, because it's just fun to play. Okay, this is from Trouble Girl, and this is for the Varigrip video, and she says, this is a good review. You should put an affiliate link and get a little something for good publicity that you are giving Planet Waves. And she also says, I am a drummer who plays guitar a little and got one of these things. Mine does not have variable tension. Using it with all four fingers actually helps strengthens your forearm, which really helps your stamina on the kit. Mind you, if you don't want the individual finger exercises, a strong spring clip from Home Depot does the same job for $1. And I said, thanks for the insight. A lot of drummers would love this. And I think the Varigrip is a great little exerciser, especially when you're out doing things you don't want to do maybe going to school, maybe going to work, and you just want to keep accelerating your progress on any instrument and that uses forearms or finger strength, and it's great. So yeah, thank you for the comment. And as for the Amazon affiliate link, I've did the affiliate link thing, and you don't really get a lot of money for it. Okay, this is from Anthony Marabito. Hopefully I say your name right. And this is on the Screaming Demon video, and he just says CBH Dimebag pedal. And I think he was responding to what's your favorite wah pedal alive, and the Cowboys from Hell, or Crybaby from Hell wah pedal. Yeah, it's a fantastic pedal. I can't wait. I want to buy one and review it one of these days. I've heard it so many times from so many different artists, and it just seems like a good pedal, which is surprising because a lot of things that Dimebag put his name on weren't that great, except maybe his guitars and that wah pedal. And some of his later amps were pretty good too, especially the Frankenstein. I really want to try the Frankenstein one day. It kind of sucks that Crank went out. I don't know what the heck they're doing nowadays. Like, they were a huge thing back when Damage Plan was a thing, but now you don't hear about crank amps too much anymore. Okay, this one's from Jeremy Thomas. Loving that guitar. Someone once asked me, what kind of guitar do you have? I replied, what do you mean? Telecasters are the only real guitar. I love Telecasters. I think they just look good. I don't know what it is. Like, they were never my real thing, but they've kind of grown on me over the years, and just Telecasters just look cool. To be honest, I'm probably more of a Strat guy. I've always looked at the Strat and been like, okay, that's the guitar. That is a guitar for me. And I think a lot of that has to do with Van Halen 1 just being so saturated in my head over the years. But the Telecaster it has that same kind of body style to it that the Stratocaster does, but it's not as polished looking. It's kind of got its own vibe going on, which I kind of started enjoying over the years. And the Jim Root Telecaster just made it really sing for me. I was like, that is a cool looking guitar. I like how minimalistic it looks and how just very stylish it looks. And it looks so vintage and classic to me. To be honest, I really like Fender guitars because they look so classic and vintage. And the Telecaster is no joke. Okay, here we got one question. Alexander Thomas, will a USA 60 cycle hum eliminator work in the UK where we have 50 cycle hum? And this is for how to remove noise from your amp. And honestly, I have no idea. I've never lived in the UK or lived in any area with 50 hertz. And it's a gamble. I have no idea. I wish I could answer you, but I don't know. But for the price, it's probably worth trying it out. At least they probably make a UK version of that Behringer hum eliminator, but who knows? It's worth the try. Okay. I think that's all the questions I'm going to answer for this week.